OMAD day 3, we're down 3 pounds total, crossed the threshold of 18% body fat and down to 17.9. Now with a DEXA scan, that would be more accurate, I'm sure, but I don't have that. I just have like a cheap little Arbo leaf scale, you know what I'm saying? And so the theme of yesterday was a lot of hunger. I'm noticing in my notes here, woke up at 3:30 a.m. with the hunger pang. I woke up at 3:30 as well. That tends to be my time when I'm on a deficit. I don't know. It could be high cortisol levels, whatnot. When you're putting the body through stress, not giving it as much energy as you normally do, that's naturally going to happen. But yeah, the main thesis of yesterday was a lot of hunger. And I chose to break my fast at 3, and it's OMAD has been more of like eating a meal, waiting a couple hours, and then eating another one. So I don't know if you want to call that a 2MAD. When I think of 2MAD or intermittent fasting, I'm thinking more along the lines of you break a fast at 12 or 1 o'clock, and then you wait to eat around 7 or 8. But for me, it's been like a compressed eating window. So technically it's one meal, but it's just like branched out a little bit more so I can get enough calories in and I'm not like very weak or anything because yeah, I don't want to be too low on the calories, and especially you, if you want to do a 1 meal a day type of thing. If you want to do some fasting, you don't want to be too low on the calories, mostly because it's just going to be a bad time for your body. You risk losing muscle that way as well, and I don't want to lose any muscle. I just want to be very targeted and have a good deficit enough to just, cut the fat and be done with it over a prolonged period of time. And yeah, I mentioned before, I don't know how long this is going to take, how long I intend to be in a deficit. Pretty much just until I'm satisfied with how I look and with the love handles gone and all that. Yesterday, I'll put on the food here. I'll just put it over here. I had some lentil and beans again. No, did I have that? Shit. Yeah, I had that. I had that with eggs, and then I had the chicken and cabbage concoction as well. I made this chicken and cabbage, onion, spinach with a lot of seasonings and oil and balsamic vinegar in the crock pot, and made about 4 servings of that. And I went ahead and had one yesterday. And then I had the Coke Zero. I had kiwi and blueberries, I believe. No, I didn't have any blueberries. But then I also had later in the day some oatmeal protein shake and a little serving of some potato soup that my mom had made. And I didn't take a picture of that. But yes, just down 0.2 from the day before. I want to end the video on why I'm mostly doing whole foods for this whole journey. So whole foods are pretty much, they're not a cheat code. I mean, they're how we've always eaten, but in today's society where we are inundated with all kinds of processed food options, things that are highly palatable that just taste so good you keep going back to them. I'm not incorporating those in my diet because I tend to overeat them. Okay, part of my story is that I grew up obese or gradually became obese as a teenager, and one of my coping mechanisms was to consume food with video games, right? Because you're having a passive activity and it's very easy to graze, and we would have all kinds of different foods in the house to be able to do that, being a American family in the South especially. And so part of that was just something that was downloaded in my behavior, right? And even today as an adult, I know within me that if I have a little dot of it, I tend to want to keep thinking about it and to keep going back to it. And so a cheat code, I guess, or a good practice, a good rule, a good foundation to be in a calorie deficit and to lose fat is to have mostly whole foods in your diet. Stuff that has like one ingredient or less, you know what I'm saying? So I make meals like I made yesterday with chicken thighs, with cabbage, onions, spinach, oil and vinegar, and a lot of seasoning, salt, all that good stuff in there to make it taste pretty good, and to have like a very dense micronutrient based meal with the good macronutrient with the fat from avocado oil and the chicken thighs. And there's fat in the chicken thighs as well. But a meal like that is very satiating. Okay, it is satiating, it's nourishing, Those are the two main adjectives that you want to be thinking about when you're going on a diet. What kind of foods are going to help you feel satiated, full, and nourished? Like, okay, I got something my body can work with, right? Because you want to be able to give it something that it can work with while you're giving it less. Okay, if I was, say for example, just take that one guy that was doing the whole Twinkie diet. Okay, there's this professor that was trying to prove the whole theory about law of thermodynamics, and really what just matters is calories in and calories out. And that's very true. But if you take that to its extreme with what he did with just eating Twinkies for a prolonged period of time, you're not giving your body any protein. It's all carbs. It's in processed fat, probably some of those triglycerides as well that are probably in Twinkies. Don't take my word on it, but I'm just going off in a hunch there. But yeah, man, just eating mostly whole foods keeps you. It just keeps you going good on a diet, and I make sure all my meals are centralized around that. My lentils and beans, yeah, good dietary fiber, and good protein and good complex carbohydrates in that. Eggs are very micronutrient dense food. I make sure to have those every day. I make sure to have 1 to 2 servings of fruit every day. I sneak the vegetables in my foods, okay? Because I don't want to proactively eat salad. I probably will eat a salad today because I have the time to make one on the weekend, but and I'll take a picture of that for tomorrow. But other than that, man, yeah, that's the reason why I mostly eat whole foods. It helps me lose fat better. Okay, and I just enjoy eating them more than processed foods nowadays, anyways. Because when I eat processed foods, I just feel very like, just like don't feel like doing anything. And I'm in a period of my life where I just want to do stuff. And yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all in day 4.